Hi, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this will be your tarot reading for the week of, we're going from Sunday, May 29th through, the month is gone, right? Through Saturday, June 4th. And yeah, and of course, I'm going to have a little heavier heart than normal with all the mass shootings that have been happening. And this last one was just, well, I don't know if anything could be any more heartbreaking than Sandy Hook, but this was right up there. So anyway, I, I'll try to just stick with us, but I don't know how we take out us, like out of the equation, knowing that we're also connected. So if that comes through, I'll just read the cards however they come. But anyway, my heart's with you, and I'm here with you. Feel free to comment or drop in anything you need prayers with, or happy thoughts or support. We have a wonderful community here, and we all love supporting each other. Okay, so I'll switch up here to my overhead camera and get this reading going. Okay, so I feel drawn to using the Golden Dreams Lenormand Oracle deck. You can call it the Lennies if it's easier to pronounce. But anyway, I love this deck. So I thought I'd check in and see if you guys like it. So let me drop in deeper and set the intention. So I'm aligning with the forces of love and asking for the right cards. So I'll do 14 cards, but I don't know if they're all going to fit. I might have to kind of scrunch them over because you can see it's a big deck. Much bigger than the little ones. Like the little ones are, here's the difference in size. Okay, so what is it that you guys need to know for this week? Sunday, May 29th through Saturday, June 4th, including the new moon in Gemini. But of course, I've done a weekly astrology reading for that, so you can watch that separately. And I time-stamped it this time, too, so if you just drop down to the description area in the video, you can, after you've listened to the whole thing, or you can stop during the week and then just go to the different days. I have like the weekly overview and then broken down like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that, with the timestamps. Make it more convenient. Because, it's an hour-long video. Okay, so for this week, what do we need to know? What do you guys need to know? Okay, so one. Okay. Let me take the 2 off the bottom just in case. Let's set these over here. All right, what do we have? Actually, let me mix them over this way. Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm going to scrunch them way over. So we have the clover. Oh, the clover and the coffin. Okay. So that will be, the clover's all about new opportunities, and it could be 2 opportunities, but you have to, you've got to take a risk to get into it. and it looks to me like there could be an opportunity that's ending. Could also be that taking a gamble or gambling and risks can bring in a painful loss. So if it's a weekend of going gambling, I wouldn't go. If you were thinking of going to a casino this weekend, I wouldn't go because it's not going to work out well. Because these two cards completely conflict with each other. Could also be that there's the opportunity to grieve from the past. There's an opportunity to work through being depressed in the past, and there's just a little bit more grief that needed to go through. This could also be recovery over an illness. This could also be recovery will come when you get the rest that you need. Okay, so then this could be Monday, but hold on, let me scooch these over just a little. We have the anchor and the balloon. Whoa, okay. So the anchor is always our goals, Could be where we're stuck, but also where we're really grounded. But then we have the balloon, so these kind of don't go so well together either. But on one level, this is a card, on the best level, I should say. The anchor is a card of our stability and our security that's, very stable and over a long period of time. So with the balloon is all about success. It's all about your dreams coming true. It's like the Six of Wands in the tarot, like victory and success and being seen and recognized. Major, major success. And it's often, these four cards feel to me, actually, now that I'm tuning into it feels to me like you're complete, something's complete, there's a major success, and now you're moving on. But it's also kind of painful because I'm thinking this is graduation and you're leaving your friends, maybe at college, or you're going from, of course you have the summer, but this could be graduation. And it could also be, if you're older, my age, or even a little younger than me, and this is, one of your kids graduating, and they're going to go off to college. So there's completion and success, but then there's this pain that's like, oh no, the empty nest, right? And then we have the cross and the sun. So the cross can be a burden, but it's also about having faith in yourself, taking self-responsibility. And with the sun is very successful. It's very, very successful. And once I get the cards all lined out, I'll do some knighting, and we can look at it from different angles too. But with the cross, on another level, sometimes there's something guilty. There's some guilt that's come through, and there's something that shines a light to show that who's guilty and what's going on. But honestly, I really feel like this has to do more with the more we take self-responsibility in our lives. And when I say that, I mean that we realize that it's our belief system that creates our reality, and it's never perfect. It's never going to be 100% perfect because life on earth isn't perfect. Your divine essence deep within is the only thing that's really perfect. And then we have to come to realize at some point that it's our belief system that's our cross to bear in each lifetime, all right? That we have to understand that our false beliefs will create our reality, and then the light shines to show us that on a daily basis. And it's that old Carl Jung quote that's burned into my brain, that is, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So our burden in life, our cross to bear, is to Have faith deep within that your light will guide you, and the light in the universe, the light in the world will guide you. But it's also your cross to bear to become aware of all those false beliefs inside. And when you've turned them around and made them conscious, then they're clear and you know which way to go. You don't always know exactly which way to go, but eventually you will. So this can be a karmic card, and something is brought to light, and there's positive and negative and just indifferent karma as well. Karma is nothing more than the law of cause and effect. So, okay, so there's that. Then we have the child. Now the child is, it's either a child, it could be a child, but it could also just be something new or something small. And we have the doggy. All right, so the dog can be a dog, but it can also be a very protective, helpful friend that you can trust completely. It's one of my favorite guides or cards in the deck, and it's also my spirit guide card in the deck too. So this could be that a new spirit guide comes in, because child is about new. It could be a new spirit guide that comes in. This could literally be a new child in your life that's a brand new friend that's very helpful. Like, you know, maybe you had some new neighbors move in and you just love the kids or one of the kids. But it doesn't have to be just one kid. But anyway, the dog is always about kindness and protection and someone who's very helpful. If it's you alone, and this doesn't have anything to do with kids or friends, this would be you have some new level of trusting your instincts. New instincts that you're trusting because of your maybe new spirit guide that has gotten in contact with you. This, besides being loyalty and helpfulness, this is my card for all types of therapists. So maybe you found a new therapist, or maybe you have found a therapist for your child. Okay, then we have the snail, which is about, it's one of the timing cards, it's about slowing down, and the house, which has to do with family and assets, and it's like a body soul card too. You know, it's a strong, stable foundation. So I'm feeling like this has to do more with, hold on, I've got to fix my hair is like driving me nuts. Had to pull it back. With the snail, we're slowing down because, you know, summer's graduation, all that's done, and it's summertime. So we can definitely, summertime is for slowing down, right? Unless you're going to be doing a lot of crazy traveling, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe not this week because the snail's in there. So it's like in slow motion at home. But, you know, we have the home here too, right? Because that's the way snails roll. They've got their home on their back, right? Their shell. But anyway, it's a card of fertility. You can see by all the green here and the sun shining, and it's about being very flexible because, you know, think of how the way they move around and they're flexible. And there's no need to rush anymore because it's summertime. It's usually that's what it's about. So this could be a new happy time with children at home or kids at home that were away at college and they come back to visit, whatever. Things are slower. If it doesn't have anything to do with kids at home or anything like that, then the other meanings with this card would be to let go of worrying about rushing around, let go of rushing around. Work with the strengths that you can, you know, carry. Work with being more present and just carrying, knowing that everything you have is within, knowing that maybe trust your process, you know, your inner process, and just stay more present in your body, because this is definitely a card of body. Then the arch. Now with the archway, it's a really good card, but there's something that needs to be done to get over that threshold. So, and then with the stars, we have it's our card of intentions and connections, making connections. So, but again, with the archway, it's a new beginning. You can see it. Just go with the image, right? You can see this new beginning out here, but you have to get over that threshold. But change is guaranteed. Transformation is part of the process, where you have to, in order to get through that transformative process, you have to let go of what's behind and on this other side, But who knows? Maybe it's like you're going back and forth over that threshold, and don't worry about it. But anyway, it's a card of moving forward at a very, very important time in your life. And the only way you can mess it up is by just being stuck in your attachment to staying, in the past. Like, you think that you're going to be safe if you just slow down and stay here all the time. Be willing to cross over that threshold and take in so much more that life is offering you, which is what the stars is all about. Because the stars, they're out there at night. It's this web of beauty, web of safety that we're held in. And if you don't believe that, just think about how it is that the Earth is spinning at 67,000 miles an hour or something like that, and all the planets are moving around, and all this is moving through space this way, and we don't fall off. Right? We don't fall off. Okay, so apparently I almost had enough room here. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Okay, so I love these cards at the end, the lily and the fish. So the lilies is our card of wisdom. It's our card of elderly. It's our card of peace and harmony and happiness and purity, the white lilies. I love the pink Cosmo lilies too, though. But but it's a very neutral card, and you have to take on the cards around it. And the fish are all about abundance and something where there's a lot, right? So I feel like this is more about and this can be the dad card too. This can be a lot of fatherly love and support. But the stars to me is like backing up here. I would say that you're going to be making new connections. This is my card that rules astrology and the internet. And it could be that there's new guidance coming in about which way to go, because this is a very directional card. Hold on. It's a card that rules our GPSs. And so it could be a little bit of, don't worry, you'll be guided once you get over the other side of that threshold. And then wisdom and peace and harmony will come in big time, because a fish is always about a lot. On another level, all of this could be about abundance. So the wisdom and harmony to create abundance, if that's your intention, just step over that threshold and get that going. Sometimes this is about just being near water. The fish can be about being near water. And with the stars, there can be, the guidance as to maybe you're wanting to travel, going through the archway, and travel to areas where there's a lot more water, because it brings in that peace and harmony that you need to feel. So this looks to me like it's very possible that this is all about travel plans for the future. And if not, then it would be, make sure you're hydrated, set your intentions well, and it's all about peace and harmony. That is the most important thing to you. And if this has to do with hanging out with elderly relatives, or if you're the elderly relatives and the kids are coming to visit you, don't worry if a couple of them or some of them are late or one of them's late. It's all going to be happy and fine in the end, once they get there. And then what was on the bottom, we have the letter and the stork. Okay, so the stork is all about change and moving, but it's, storks, they leave the nest and come back. They go back and forth all the time. And with the letter, this is news, but more like, texts and emails. So you might get a text about somebody who's coming to visit, or a text that says, hey, come with me. I want to go somewhere with you. Or it could be information, documents that bring in big change or some changes for the week. So these are excellent cards. The only challenging card we have is the coffin. And believe me, there's other challenging cards on the deck. We didn't get any. You guys didn't get any. But the coffin is really just about an end, an ending. But like I said, don't be gambling. Don't be gambling. Hold on to your money. Be wise with your money. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Wait. No, let's don't put these away. Just a second. I'm sorry. Let's do some knighting. Okay. So the fish knights up here to the snail. So be careful. Slow down with spending money. The lilies knights down here with the house. Think of what brings in more stability and security. Be with that, and how happy it is. You might be happier having the money in the bank. Right? The dog is knighting up here to the archway, which is that, tricky part about stepping through the archway so that you can, have that transformation that you want. And so a friend might be helpful, or a therapist might be helpful, or might be somebody like me who's a spiritual therapist and you're wanting to manifest in different ways. Then you have, make your manifestation process much easier. So go to my website and book a session if you want that. I can definitely help you with that. And then goals, anchor and goals. So helpfulness for stability here. The goals to have more helpful support in your family. In your life, could be with your family too. Helpful support, and also your guides. A more stable relationship with your guides, and a lot more solid protection. And then you feel safe to go through that archway, right? So it looks like there's a lot of prep work in the earlier part of the week. The sun will be enlightening and shining the light on how to trust yourself and not worry about deadlines so much, is what I just heard with that one. And shining the light on ways that you might want to risk and put yourself out there and take advantage of the opportunities, but also to be careful. Now the coffin knights, because it's always 2 over and 1 up, knights to the cross. So and remember, like I said, the cross is sometimes it's about the lower back. So to be careful in ways, don't make any risky moves that could hurt your lower back, because it could put you in a place where you're just going to be down, you're going to have to rest. But remember, I feel like the main guidance with this was to rest. You'll recover whatever it is that you need to recover from if you rest. And this could be sometimes, because it's a 2 card, could be like just a couple of days of rest. And then everything will be wonderful and good to go, and you'll be stable and solid again. But this sometimes is a lower back issue that can be revealed. So just be careful with that. Let's see, anything else? The cross, knights over here to the house. Yeah, I really feel like this is the main message here is about, our taking our own self-responsibility to, because that's the solid foundation that we can build upon when we start taking complete self-responsibility for creating our own lives. And, like I always say, it's never going to be perfect. Don't beat yourself up when things don't go right at all. Don't ever do that. You just try again. But you know more, right? So, okay. Well, that's all I have, you guys. Thanks so much for coming back, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week, and sending you lots of love. Bye.